This video is called Shorten Your Swing for More Consistency. Okay, so we all have that tendency sometimes when we're in competition play, we're trying to hit the ball too hard, and what that as a result of that, our swing lengthens. For example, if our swing lengthens, our body responds to what our arms do. Okay, so obviously if you chunk it sometimes, your lower body's out racing, or your upper body is out racing your lower body sometimes, and that's where you have to spin it short to try and get the club back on the ideal position and you make contact with the ground. So obviously this video will give you a sequence or a procedure to go by in order for you obviously to improve your consistency of strike. Okay? So what common faults I see with people that are obviously swinging too long, so first of all they don't engage their hips enough. Okay, so what happens is when they get to the takeaway, they move their arms but they don't move their hips. Okay, so what happens from here is as they get to the top of the backswing, hips don't rotate. Okay, hips kind of remain quite square, shoulders and arms move and they don't correspond with the hips. Okay, so what happens from here is they sway, so from here the head kind of tilts to the side, forward or backwards. Okay, and then what happens there is because their body's tilted this way, then their arms obviously keep travelling. Okay, so what happens here is I don't engage my lower body enough, arms continue, I kind of get a swaying position because my hips aren't turning enough, so I have to sway to try and get my shoulders to rotate a bit more. Okay, so obviously that's the fault we're going to look at. Here is because the pelvis is in a good position to start off with. Okay, but because we sway, our pelvis gets out of position, then what happens from here, we'll rotate and then we'll have to release one lever to get back into the golf ball. Okay, so what I would like to see, okay, so if you're not engaging your hips, then that makes your body pivot stall. Okay, and your arms have to, the smaller muscles, the arms, they're going to get a lot more tired. Okay, so we have to use them independently to try and get the club on the plane or in the ideal position. Okay, so we need to engage the lower body a bit more. If we engage the lower body a bit more, help our upper body pivot and our backswing pivot and our downswing. Okay, so if we create the backswing pivot, that'll help our create a lot of power on the downswing pivot. So we want to initiate the first move by turning our hips slightly. Okay, make sure we maintain our sternum over the top of the golf ball. Okay, arms. We want to try and introduce our shoulders and our hips at the same time. Okay, so turn hips. Okay, so what that'll do is it'll maintain my weight over the golf ball, and as you can see here, my pelvis is in a good position. Okay, so if my pelvis gets out of position, that's where my pivot can go haywire sometimes. So I don't want to over-rotate, so if I stay set over the top of the golf ball, then I'll be able to rotate. Shoulders rotate 90 degrees, arm swing's good. Okay, as I come back down, I'll be able to maintain that position. Engage our hips a bit more, we'll be able to create more power and more club head speed. Okay, because obviously I've got a job here to work on. Okay, so what happens is this cane resembles obviously our how much our hips rotate on the backswing. Okay, so if I don't rotate my hips at all, I can't see that stick in front of me on my left arm. Okay, so if I rotate my hips, that stick goes towards the golf ball. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to swing 75%. So if we swing at 75%, we can engage hips, we can feel the true sensation. So feel and real are two different things. Okay, so if you tell somebody they want you to swing 75%, realistically, if they're probably swinging about 95%. Okay, so it's trying to exaggerate that feeling in order to try and hit the ball properly. So if we swing slower, that's going to help us get the strike more at the set of the club face and square the club face up. Okay, because there's less face rotation. So try and focus on rotating the hips. Okay, so start the backswing with a slight rotation of the hips, arms travel, left hip should go down the way slightly, left shoulder should go down the way slightly. Okay, and as we're coming back into impact, I want that stick to turn out the way again. So make sure that when we get to the top of the backswing, that this club shaft resembles the cane. Okay, so get to the backswing, then I know my arms and my hips are travelling the same, and then from there the club kind of delays the action because the hips sort of drop the club in, and from here we want to try and feel the swing. Okay, so try and obviously reduce our arm swing by rotating our shoulders and hips. Okay, and then from here we'll be able to rotate correctly the downswing, and then we'll be able to create a lot of power. So we need to engage our torso and our hips a little bit more, obviously, to reduce the length of our backswing. So turn properly. If we turn properly, our arms can't travel unless you've got extremely good flexibility. Okay, so just try and keep that in position. Any thoughts on that video? Subscribe to my channel at Allan Golf and like the video.